So just recently, I was listening to a podcast by Rob Dial. He's a wonderful guy. Definitely listen to his podcast. But one thing that he had mentioned, and it goes back into Buddhist philosophy and everything, and this is that our identity is not necessarily our own. Our identity more so is, and this is the problem with what we go through, the human condition, is that our identity is so locked in with other people's idea of who we are. But it's not actually other people's idea of who we are. It's our idea of other people's idea of who we are. And so I was playing and kind of baffled with that concept and just kind of exploring that. And I want to invite you to explore that in your day-to-day as you walk through life. Look in ways, am I myself right now? Or am I the perception of what this person is thinking of me? Or even further, am I the perception of what I perceive that other person is perceiving me as? Now, if I personally, when I start to really think about and really look deep into this concept, what I'm ultimately stuck with is I have a choice, right? I almost can't detach completely from that. And I can't just become the person that I perceive myself as. So, luckily, I was born into a family that promoted an understanding of God. Now, it was a Christian God that is difficult for me still to stomach, the Christian church and stuff. But this concept of God allows me to, once I get over the whole construct of what the Christian God was, or the whole construct of what the Buddha or the Hindu gods or anything like that, once I get over the construct of who God is, and I create him to be this personal spirit, then as I walk through life, I can actually adopt this belief or this fundamental kind of flaw of human nature of not being able to separate how others perceive me from my own identity, and I can just move that right on over to God consciousness. Now, this is where magic starts to happen, because now instead of perceiving myself as I think others perceive me, I'm perceiving myself as I think God perceives me. And since I can't really break the fold, right? I can't really break my inability to separate how I perceive myself from the way others people think me. Well, maybe I can just move that over here, move that over into the God consciousness, and perceive myself how God perceives me. I want to invite you to look into this concept and see if you are not able to look at yourself, not in the eyes of the Christian God, not in the eyes of the God that your parents brought up, not in the eyes of the God that your friends try to promote. I want you to try to look at the spirit realm, the spirit, the great spirit that's out there, the great universal spirit that's out there. How does that spirit perceive you? And when you can't separate yourself from the negative thoughts of other people or the way that you perceive other people's negative thoughts, then maybe you can take it from there, place it over into God consciousness, and perceive yourself as the pure, beautiful, wonderful person that you are. That's my challenge to you. Adios, amigos. Have a wonderful day.